Alright, hello, this is Prometheus, and I'm here with one of my guild tanks I'm trying to train right now, and I'm doing Sith Assassin tank today. Um, it's very complicated, but if you can build up enough shield absorption overall, you can basically take nothing. Alright, let's start with skill tree a bit. Well, you look at the utility points, and as you can see here under skillful, I have it set up under shapeless spirit so that when a boss stuns me, I take 30% less damage. I have it under insulation so it builds up damage reduction for whoever I'm guarding. And then lambate so that increases the damage of lacerate since that's a interesting part of the rotation. For masterful, I have nerve wrecking, and that would boost everyone's damage to the target by 5% if I use electrocute or spike. And I have immersion. Force speed grants immersion, removing all movement and parrying effects and granting immunity to them for this duration, so no one can slow me down or stop me when I'm running. For heroic, assassin's shelters is very important. It increases the healing by 3%. Like, all healing to me is increased by 3%, and in addition, deploying phase walk will deploy assassin's shelter, which increases the healing done by those within 5 meters of the phase walk. I'll show you that right after this. And then I have dark stability. While deflection is active, I'm basically, nobody can stop me from stuns to sleeps, anything. So, let's take this in account like a boss fight. I'd start off deploying phase walk for my healer. If my healer is standing within that radius of this circle, he gets his healing boosted. Only use this in boss fights for there is a little cooldown, or if it's a difficult fight your group is having a hard time with. If you know you're going to get hit hard, deploy it. Okay, so I'm going to use guard on Lada real quick. Now, whenever I take any damage, he's also learning it. He's looking at assassin shelter. Every time I use my guard and I take damage, it builds up insulation for whoever I'm guarding. So, I'm trying to see. Hold up. Oh, yeah, well, whoever I guard, when they take damage, it builds up insulation, which builds up the damage reduction for them. So let's say my healer is getting hit hard, I boost up damage reduction for him. Now, okay, so there's a few ways you can start off a fight. The two common ways are either you clearly have to go into stealth first and build up dark ward. Always have dark ward on, so that when you come out of stealth, you're gonna have this buff. It's called. I'll read it off. I just need to take a look. It's right around. No, not there. No. Taking a look, but whenever you come out of stealth, it gives you this buff that you have increased. I'll show you right now. That stat right there. It increases the damage reduction you have. It's called Dark Protection. So as you see, my damage reduction went up. Take a look on Lada. Go into stealth and then out. And then look for that buff, Dark Protection, when you come out of stealth. Yeah, see, it's right there. It builds up damage reduction. So every time before you start a fight, go into stealth. You have bonus damage reduction beforehand. Have dark ward on, and then continue. Starting off a fight. You're either gonna want to start with force pull if you want to pull a target away from the group, or you can instantly run in and start off with wither. Wither will build up the charges you need, the Harness Darkness, which builds up for your Deprivating Volts. There's two moves that build up for Deprivating Volts, which makes it like uninterruptible, build up shield absorption, and also makes it pretty great for tanking. It increases the damage of it. So it's Wither and Shock to build it up. And as you see, I did Wither already, so I have Harness Darkness. And then you follow up with Deprivating Volts for that one. And there you go. You got like 4 of Dark Protection again. Boosted damage reduction. Now, as far as when you're taking some severe damage, I want you to watch my stats. I'm going to show you while I do it. If you're taking, okay, let's say your healer is unable to handle you. You're getting hit hard by that enrage that boss is doing. So take a look at my stats. As you can see, my stats are largely affected by the moves I do. Dark Word increases my shield chance to 50%. So activating Recklessness increases your shield absorption by 30%. So I'm going to pop everything that I do for a moment where I'm getting hit hard. I'd pop Dark Ward, Overcharge, Recklessness, Deflection, Force Surge, and then hit. And then every time they attack me, as you can see here, my defensive stats went through the roof. My shield chance is now at 90%, so it absorbs all damage the healer takes by 90% and absorbs the damage you take. So that actually makes it more effective than my power tech, in fact, unless I were to build it up even further. So it can be great. And as a tank as well, you're able to use Spike outside of combat. Bam. Outside of stealth, as you can see. So you can use that to target your enemies. Maul is important. Whenever it highlights like that, out of nowhere, use it, and then you can use it from right in front of them. So as I said before, build up for Deprivating Volts. Only use Discharge when it's highlighted. So I'll show you. Like Lacerate, I think highlights it, or Thrash. What was it that highlighted it up? I need to look at my stats. Hold up. Okay, so actually it wouldn't show up in this because I don't take damage from the dummies. Anytime you take damage, your discharge will highlight. Your key moves to hold on to threat is Wither, then Discharge, and then Lacerate. Lacerate is boosted after you use discharges, so I would go in, for example, Stealth, Wither, Discharge, Lacerate, Shock, Maul, Wither again, then Deprivating Volts. Watch your Dark Charge, build it back up as soon as it disappears. Wrong move. Huh, even I mess up sometimes in those rotations. Unlike Force Lightning, Deprivating Volts can be casted while you're moving. Do not use Force Lightning after you hit 57. Just get rid of it completely. And as you can see, I'm uninterruptible when I use Deprivating Volts because I built up the charges properly. So only use Deprivating Volts after you use Wither or Shock 3 times. Both of them, together, they stack together. And then that makes your Deprivating Volts highlight. And there you go. Look at that. I'm not take this for a test run. Do you have any questions for the video that I can explain? Nada. Must be AFK. Nada, can you hear me? Alright, so clearly it's very heavy on your moves rather than base stuff. Even an undergeared Sith Assassin can be nearly invincible. You just gotta do this correctly. Remember, last rate is boosted after you use your discharge. You gotta keep a hold of threat, so constantly use your AoE stuff. It makes you much more effective than Juggernauts, for example. Alright, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the video. Thank you. This is Prometheus signing off for Sith Assassin Tanking. I may do Deception and Hatred in the future. Just post in the video if you want it. Bye bye.